We begin with the breaking news coming in from Bengaluru. Hundreds of Hindu leaders are staging a protest demanding justice for the Jain monk who was brutally murdered in Belagavi. In fact, Jain monk Kamakumar Nandi Maharaj in Chikodi Taluk of Belagavi was allegedly murdered and his body dumped in a borewell pit at Raibagh Taluk last week. Now, police have arrested, remember, 2 accused in the connection with the case. And my colleague Prajwal Prasad is joining us live for the latest updates. Prajwal, we can see that there is some protest going on. There are placards that people are holding. Who are these activists? Which groups are involved here? What is the latest?
You know, this is basically many pro-Hindu organizations coming together under one wing as well, Rakshita, because hundreds of them have come in here. They've come under the banner of the Hindu Rashtra Jagriti Andolan, and it is now being stated that majority of them coming from across different organizations joining hands together, in particular protesting against protesting against the lack of action, especially in that of the murder of Yuva Brigade worker Venugopal Nayak, as well as the Jain monk Kamakumar Nandi Maharaj as well. Apart from which, they're also protesting over several issues as well, mainly in particular with respect to the safety and security of the Hindus as well. And some of the placards which we are seeing also has the Jain monk Kamakumar Nandi Maharaj as well. And majority of them in their placards are stated that Hindus are not safe in the state of Karnataka under Siddaramaiah government. The Hindus need protection is what is being stated there. So most of them are going ahead and protesting here. It is not only the men but also women too who have come in here and protesting against the state government, saying that Hindus will have to be protected. And there is a deteriorating state of law and order in the state of Karnataka. So some massive allegations being made by these pro-Hindu organizations out here. And, more and more number of people are coming in here, mainly pro-Hindu activists as well. And it is expected that other organizations too will be joining in this. Because today, under the banner of the Hindu Rashtra Jagriti Andolan, they stated that this is only the beginning of their protest. And if things continue to deteriorate in the state of Karnataka, especially in terms of law and order, they will protest in each and every district as well. Let's go across and speak to a few of these protesters as well and get in some voices as well. So today you have come out in large numbers as well. You are protesting against the state government. What are your demands with Chief Minister Siddaramaiah as well, and what is the sort of message that you want to give?
Person will be responding.
Some of them are still
hesitating
to go ahead and speak, but we will also be getting voices, but you can go ahead and look at it that more and more number of people are coming in, participating in this protest as well. So this is something that needs to be seen too, and as time progresses, more and more number of people will be joining these protests. Let's go across and ask, आपका मांग क्या है CM Siddaramaiah का साथ? और you were also speaking about the anti-cow slaughter law as well, that the government has taken a decision to repeal it.
हमारा डिमांड है गो हत्या निषेध कायदे फिर अनुष्ठान होना चाहिए और मतांतर निषेध कायदे फिर अनुष्ठान होना चाहिए. वो क्या कर रहा है, वो निषेध को वापस कर रहा है. नहीं, गो माता का रक्षण करना है और हमारा हिंदू कार्यकर्ताओं को रक्षण करना है. हिंदू कार्यकर्ताओं को ऊपर अन्याय से वो FIR और कारागृहवास डाल रहा है, वो क्लियर करना है. हमारा हिंदू रक्षण कार्यकर्ताओं को रक्षण देना है. गो हत्या निषेध कायदे अनुष्ठान करना है, मतांतर का निषेध कायदे अनुष्ठान करना है. और यहाँ बहुत सारे लोगों को मुफ्त फैसिलिटीज दे के पूरा लोगों ने लेजी हो गया है. वो काटना है, वो लोगों ने काम करना खाना वो अच्छा है. नहीं तो पूरा ये बस टिकट में फ्री है, वो चावल फ्री है और पूरा फ्री देना तो पूरा लोग लेजी होता है. ऐसा नहीं होना. अच्छा हमारा अच्छा वो कानून चाहिए, अच्छा सरकार चाहिए हमको. हिंदू सरकार, हिंदू सपोर्ट सरकार चाहिए हमको.
These are some of the demands as well, where many of these pro-Hindu workers are slamming the government for implementing the 5 guarantees as well. But also let's go across and speak to the spokesperson of the Hindu Jana Jagriti Samiti, Mr. Gowda as well. So quickly going ahead and asking you, the law and order situation in the state of Karnataka is deteriorating. Even you are alleging this. The BJP is also alleging this. What are your demands with Chief Minister Siddaramaiah? You're also condemning the murder of the Jain monk Kamkumar Nandi Maharaj. You're also stating that the Yuva Brigade worker Venugopal Nayak was also murdered in cold blood. What are your main demands and how will you take this protest forward?
सी अभी क्या हुआ कर्नाटक राज्य में अलग अलग जिला में हिंदू कार्यकर्ताओं के ऊपर गलत फेक उन्होंने कुछ डाला है तो उनके ऊपर एफआईआर दर्ज करना और उनको पुलिस स्टेशन में बुला के उनको टॉर्चर करना, इस प्रकार का हैरेसमेंट भी चल रहा है। दूसरा एक साइड से जैसा बकरीद के संबंध में हमारा गौ माता का हत्या करके हमारा टेंपल के सामने डालना, इस प्रकार का चल रहा है। और हमारा जो हिंदू ब्रिगेड का लीडर है उन्होंने हनुमान जयंती का आचरण के नेक्स्ट डे उनको बर्बरता से हत्या की गई है। इस प्रकार का हिंदू समाज में एक भयभीत वातावरण निर्माण हुआ है, जैसा जैन मुनि का हत्या हुआ। मतलब इस प्रकार का हत्या हो रहा है लेकिन रक्षा नहीं मिल रहा है। जो गो को इलीगली ट्रांसपोर्ट करते हैं उनको 25 लाख रुपीस कर्नाटक सरकार देते हैं। हिंदू कार्यकर्ताओं का इस बर्बर हत्या हुआ, उनके लिए कुछ भी कॉम्पेंसेशन अभी तक नहीं दिया। इसलिए हिंदू कार्यकर्ताओं का रक्षा का एक बड़ा समस्या निर्माण हुए। हम राज्य सरकार के आग्रह करते हैं जो पेमिले है उनको कॉम्पेंसेशन देना चाहिए, जो कल्प्रिट्स है उनको तुरंत एक फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट में उनका इन्वेस्टिगेशन होकर उसका उनको पनिशमेंट होना चाहिए। और उसके साथ जो हिंदू कार्यकर्ताओं को जो थ्रेट्स कॉल आ रहा है, बहुत सारे वीएचपी का लीडर्स को थ्रेट कॉल आया है, अभी तक कल्प्रिट्स को अरेस्ट नहीं किया। इस प्रकार का बहुत सारे घटना हो रहा है। जिहादियों का आतंकवाद हमारा हिंदू कार्यकर्ताओं को आ रहा है। कार्यकर्ताओं को एक भय निर्माण हुआ है। कुछ भी काम करने के लिए उनको आज स्थिति ऐसा नहीं है। ऐसा एक तुगलक दरबार जैसा हिटलर सरकार जैसा चल रहा है। इसके लिए डेमोक्रेसी है, हमारा भी फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन है, हमको भी कानून है। हमारा जो रिलीजियस राइट्स है, जैसे पूजा के लिए नोटिस देते हैं, इस प्रकार का गलत प्रकार के चल रहा है। केवल हिंदू कार्यकर्ताओं पर आघात हो रहा है। इसलिए हम राज्य सरकार को आग्रह करते हैं, राज्यपाल को गवर्नर को हम मिलने वाला है। राज्य सरकार का डायरेक्शन करे, हिंदू कार्यकर्ताओं का रक्षा करे। जो हत्यार है उनको कड़क शिक्षा मिलना चाहिए। जो इसमें एक सीबीआई इन्वेस्टिगेशन होना चाहिए। इस प्रकार का मांग लेकर हम पूरा राज्य भर में, राज्य का 30 जिला में इस प्रकार का आंदोलन जिला लेवल में, तालुक लेवल में कर रहे हैं।
Thank you. That was Mr. Mohan going ahead and saying that we will protest in Bengaluru at the state level, at the taluk level, at district level and Hubli level as well. So this is clearly going ahead and looking at how things are going by. The protests are only intensifying in the state of Karnataka and they are stating that they will also be approaching the governor of Karnataka, Thawarchand Gehlot, with all their demands and they are demanding the protection for the Hindus in the state of Karnataka under Siddaramaiah's regime.
Absolutely, of course, there is outrage, massive outrage in Karnataka over Jain Monk's murder. But also, if you talk about the investigation part here, Prajwal, what is the progress up until now? Because the BJP has been demanding a CBI probe now. In fact, the National Minorities Panel is also demanding that there should be a probe by a senior cop. So what is really happening on the investigation front up until now?
When it comes to the probe by as well, clearly now the police have gone ahead and formed teams as well, and a DYSP level officer is investigating into the murder of Kamkumar Nandi Maharaj too. And in this initial investigations, it was learned that two of the accused, Narayan Mali as well as Hassan Dalayat, were involved in dismembering the body of the Jain monk and murdering him. But later it was understood that it was over a financial dispute where 6 lakh rupees was given by the Jain monk to Narayan Mali because he wanted to go ahead and extend his business as well, because he had also purchased a few acres of land at Raibagh too, and this is something which has been known in the course of the investigation. Later it was also learnt that Narayan Mali tried to mislead the police here because the accused have also burnt a diary belonging to the Jain monk too, and in this particular dairy it was learnt that the amount of money was basically being given to Narayan Mali was recorded by the Swamiji, where he had written notes of it and at which date and what time he had given the money as well. So therefore the accused wanted to go ahead and destroy this entire evidence as well, and they had burnt the diary, but the remnants of the diary has now been found by the investigating officers, and they have stated that they will still get into it. And meanwhile, from sources within the know of the investigation, they have stated that Narayan Mali had in fact requested the police to shoot him, and he said that otherwise he will go ahead and commit suicide. But all said and done, there are spot inquests which are being conducted. One at the place where the remains of the Jain monk was disposed of by the miscreants, and other inside the premises of the hospital where the actual torture and murder of the Swamiji took place.
Right. All right, Prajwal, thank you so much for joining us with all those details and inputs and live coverage that we're getting as the outrage breaks out in Karnataka over Jain monk's murder. But right now, viewers, it's time to move on to some other stories that are making news.